First one is this. The Trump. My wife actually started calling the border wall the Trump. She's saying it should just be Trump. A Trump. We're going to build a Trump. That's a perfect name for a border wall, right? It's a Trump. And here's what I want you to do. I'm going to give you the microphone, and I want you to take a few minutes and pretend like you have to teach the class something about the border wall. You don't have to go too far, but give us the border wall. Well, what are the issues? What's up? Just go.
The border wall is something that Trump is requesting $5 billion for. I personally think it's really fucking stupid.
No, hang on. Trump supporters, you had your opportunity and you didn't raise your hand.
So essentially the goal behind it is to cut down on illegal immigration, but a large issue with the wall is that a lot of illegal immigrants don't come through the border. A lot of them enter through airports and other things. They're not just climbing walls to get here. On top of that, it's a lot of people think it's inhumane. We're supposed to be a country that's a melting pot of culture, and we're shutting out people who are coming to us because they are looking for shelter and for a safer place to live. So that's a big thing that's frowned upon.
Anybody have a question for her?
If we're trying to stop immigration, why don't we do one on Canada too? I don't understand.
Why don't we do what?
Why isn't there a wall on the border of Canada?
The largest region is because America's racist, so...
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
America's racist. Are you an American?
Some people are racist in America, yeah. A lot of people who are at the top of our government right now are racist.
Okay, hang on. You don't know that. See how hard it is to do my job? Okay, how many people would you let in then if you don't have a wall? How many people would you say, okay, you can come in?
From everywhere, or
Yeah, you don't have a wall, you're just going to open the... How about it, Trump people? I got you on this one, right? Yeah, how many are you going to let in?
I don't
Ms. Liberal?
So the thing is, just because that I'm not for, I think that a lot of So it gets misconstrued that if you don't want a border wall, you just want open borders, but that's not a case a lot of the times. Obviously, I want our country to be safe, and there are issues with immigration. There's issues with every sort of system in America. But I believe that a wall isn't going to fix everything, but I also don't know an exact number of how many people to let in.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Imagine you did, though.
I don't know. I would say that everyone, in an ideal world, everyone who wanted to come here and wanted to prosper and stuff would be able to come. That would be my solution, but you can't. That's not feasible.
Okay, so that would mean also, by the way, that unless you're a really amazing student, it's possible you wouldn't be going to Penn State because someone else would have taken your position. Is that cool?
That is cool because I think that it's also important to look at the privilege that got me to the place where I am today. I'm clearly white, so I have privilege because I'm white. That's just because that other immigrants were coming here doesn't mean that they were taking my spot.
Right.
If they were better than me at school or at other shit, they deserve to be here instead of me.
Okay, how about anybody else have a question for her?
I have a question from the stream.
Yeah, okay, go ahead, man.
Who's going to pay for all of those Mexicans without jobs or places to stay?
A lot of times illegal immigrants who are here are actually taking the jobs that Americans don't want or are too proud to take. So they actually help our economy. That's also something that's incredibly overlooked, is that illegal immigration doesn't only just strain our economy, it also helps in a lot of aspects.
All right, I got a question. How do you balance law and order with genuinely wanting to help people that want a better life in America? And specifically, large amounts of people just sort of forcing their way in giant caravans and demanding, a place to stay and that we have to let them in.
Take that.
Kind of over my head. I think that if there were an easy answer, we would have already had the solution. That's kind of a cop-out, but if there were an easy answer to that question, we would have had a solution by now. So something that I think is interesting that is the fact that how difficult it is to become a citizen. I understand that we need to have some sort of system in place, but it costs a lot of money and it takes a lot of time. And for a lot of people who are coming from countries where they're in dire need to get out and to find a safer place to live, they're not going to be worried about following laws. They're going to be worried about keeping their family safe. So I think that a good place to start would be to revisit our immigration process. Why is it so expensive to come here when they're going to get here and they're going to pay taxes like every other citizen? I personally think that's the first place we should start because it could be something that could help a lot of people.
Pump it up!